that's, fresh off of that. I mean, that's a pretty impressive performance by, it escapes my mind right now, the
Logan Rozinski.
Logan Rozinski. What a great job he did. Jumped out to a 7-0 lead and able to win some scrambles. So,
yeah,
should be a good duel.
That was unbelievable. And we're going to get a look at the bracket on our screen, and you can kind of track a little bit of the action. I'm sure we've got very knowledgeable fans tuning in, so you guys have probably been following all morning long. But just in case you haven't been, here's a look at the front side of the bracket. And you can see where both of these teams came from. Lehigh fell to Nebraska 35-7, and Arizona State fell to Michigan 30-10. That's what led this duel to happen. And don't forget, in just about 2 hours, we've got the quarterfinals coming up, and over $1 million on the line. Here's the consolation bracket, Arizona State and Lehigh, and the winners of this dual meet are going to take on somebody that's going to lose in the quarterfinals later today. So, yeah, we won't know exactly who Lehigh and Arizona State have until after the quarterfinals, but bunch of great matchups. Northern Iowa, Cornell's a great dual meet today, too. Little Rock, Missouri. I mean, Wyoming, Virginia Tech. It's a lot of fun.
So the second match of the day for all these guys, most of them anyway. And usually when that happens, you get some better wrestling than what you saw in the first round. Kind of guys getting some slag off them a little bit from the weight cut early in the season, and look ready for them to go.
125 pounds kicking it off. Sheldon Seymour for Lehigh. He's an All-American. He's taking on Damian Moreno of Arizona State. A shot from Seymour right away. Maybe hunting for that takedown bonus. Seymour going to dump him to his back.
Nice job at reacting to that shin wizard technique that basically would tell you what he had a nice little low shot right there, but able to go to the far arm with Seymour and able to go ahead and get the points.
I think that takedown came in about the 18-second mark, which is that's about the average that Ohio State had. Average for Ohio State in their dual meet against Wyoming was 18 seconds, which is just crazy when you think about how fast Seymour did that. That was their average.
See how Seymour, we saw that in his first match. He was able to take a lot of territory in that match. A hard-fought match against Kohler from Nebraska. That was a little closer than what maybe a lot of people thought it would be. Kohler did a good job of battling him.
This is Seymour's going to be a big favorite in this one. I mentioned he was an All-American, 6th place last year at NCAA's. Moreno getting his first crack in the lineup for varsity, and he's in on a shot. Seymour defending. Seymour tough to score on. You could tell he's a well-built 125-pounder.
Yeah, that's the thing that jumps off the screen at you when you look at Seymour up close. But this guy with the wide shoulders and big arms, and he's short in stature here. It's easy for him to get down and defend his legs. He's a good scrambler. And we saw in that last match, good diving in there, easily getting to the far ankle right there and scores his second takedown. And he's also tough on top when he wants to be.
Early in his career, Seymour had a little bit of a reputation of being a guy that kept things really close, but seeing him open it up here, he's definitely got all the tools to score a lot of points, especially if it's the right matchup for him.
Yeah, that shot where they reach for that far ankle there and basically dive at it here. You see them bouncing off their chest and reaching and getting to a leg. That's commitment.
That is. 30 seconds to go. Seymour leading 6-2. There's that dive for it, and the stall warning against Moreno. Seymour stalking the last 10 seconds of this period.
Moreno diving in another shot, and Seymour able to go around and collect another takedown here, up 9-2 at the end of the period.
Wow, really, really nice, timing for, well, unfortunate timing of the shot for Moreno, but great reattack at the end of the period for Seymour.
And you mentioned, David, about Seymour having close matches here before, but that's good work right there. Less than 15 seconds there, staying on the offense and timing the go behind, but creating the action as well to create that go behind.
Yeah, a lot of that probably happens when you've already got a guy hit for stalling. You force him to maybe put himself in a position he didn't want to, and that's a nice shot from Moreno, but it's a good job by Seymour to keep that wrist, and now he's trying to defend.
Lipping the leg out right there. Gets to the near ankle this time. Can he go ahead and clear his own ankle, his left ankle out? You see that position right there. Can he create a little hip space right there? He reaches back, tried to hook the shoulder. Now Moreno doing a pretty good job of getting some elevation himself. He has an opportunity to score here. Now Seymour has a hold of that ankle right there. Now they're ankle to ankles. They get both each other's legs right now. I like what Moreno was doing there as far as building position, but Seymour able to knock him down. So Moreno has buried his head, and he looks like he's settling for the stalemate. Can't do that. One more chance for Moreno to clear the legs. Let's see what he does with his bottom leg, and he takes him to his back. He might get the fall.
Got it. Sheldon Seymour kept those legs split, elevated the leg, and put 6 points on the board for the Lehigh Mountain Hawks in the second period. Really impressive performance from the All-American Sheldon Seymour. Let's take a look at some of the action, and there's that dump that Seymour hit early on, and man, what a nice shot he darted in on there.
And this is the takedown right at the end of the period he was able to collect. But this was an impressive scramble, so notice how he's elevating that bottom leg. It gets the shoulders down and gets the fall.
Appreciate the Paycom pin cam. Get another look at that action, and we're underway at 133 pounds. 133 pounds, it's Kyler Larkin for Arizona State taking on Mason Ziggler of Lehigh. Larkin, a really highly touted recruit for the Sun Devils, and finally getting a chance to see him. And there's a nice shot from Ziggler. Larkin had a win in his opening match of this event, but had to dig. He won, but he had to dig deep. He was down 6-1 in the first period.
Yeah, now he's potentially giving up a shot, but look at the balance that this young man has. I tell you what, this was one of the things I was most excited about, was just getting my eyes on this couple of Larkin brothers, watching them. It's always fun to watch a guy with length and see how he kind of frustrated Ziggler there, and Ziggler just drove him off the mat. Just said, "Hey, I don't have an advantage here. I got a leg up in the air. I don't have an advantage. I'm just going to run him off the mat."
And Ziggler, everywhere he looks, he's wrestling these tall 133-pounders, and Larkin darts in on a shot. Ziggler locked through the crotch trying to defend, but Ziegler's opening match was against Omar Ayub, who was as tall or taller than Larkin.
Yeah, notice how he switched his legs over there and hooked that bottom leg. That was beautiful.
Still got that leg, bottom part of the leg, Turk had to let go of it.
That was unique, the way he was able to go ahead and trip that leg off of that finish.
Shot, Ziggler, he's been in on the leg before, but couldn't finish. Can he convert this time? As the leg elevated.
Larkin hand fighting with him down there, is not allowing him to get anything going. All right, now he gets on his offense.
Larkin looks pretty comfortable with his leg elevated.
Right, he does. He's got the flexibility, the balance. What I notice about him too is he's not taking big jumps. His feet don't leave the mat for they might go up 1/8 of an inch, and he twists his toes or whatever, to point the foot in the right direction to give him the optimal balance.
Larkin controlling that wrist and takes a shot. Larkin pretty nonchalant in the way he moves. It makes it look pretty smooth.
He reminds me a lot of the great Russian champion Satiev. This whole family with the length and the way they they go at it and moving forward with that big step. Oh, he caught him right there with a kind of a whip over technique.
Hit it off the snap. That was beautiful. And just in time, right before the buzzer. Thought he might catch Ziggler on his back there, but either way, that was incredible. Score is 6-1 heading into the second period.
We'll stand up against that we talked about this before in the previous broadcast, David, where you get those 2 takedowns and ride out, all right? So now you're up 6-1, and you take the bottom position to change the look for the official, and then you just kind of get to your feet, and the top man seems to lose all willpower as far as trying to turn you.
Yeah.
And just lets you go. It just makes it one more thing that makes the match easy for you.
It's amazing how different a 1 takedown match and a almost major decision can feel for both the guy that's winning and the guy that's losing. And Larkin, great change of directions on that snap go behind, and he goes up 10-1, and now 3 takedowns, and wow, he's cruising.
Yeah, just leaped over the top right there on that closing move there for the takedown. Now he's got the leg in, figure 4 high on the thigh. He's trying to go ahead, point the shoulder on the mat. Ziggler trying to hand fight down there, but he's got no ability. Now he slips the leg out. Now he's basically got to create some back pressure, but keep your knee away from your chin because he's hunting the cradle. Duck under, right at the edge of the mat.
Unbelievable, and he's going to cut him loose and keep working. 13-2 is the score, 42 seconds left in the second period.
Good block off right there, but look at him jump, and look how far he gets on the jump as he's trying to go run with the go behind. It's not just short steps, diving after a cradle right there.
Ziggler close to a reversal, and leg comes in.
Yeah.
And there's the reversal. He tries to pull him back, but Larkin gets a reversal of his own. Man, Kyler Larkin, this is fun. 18-5 the score, 14 seconds left in the second period. There's the escape with 10 seconds left. Now Larkin's put himself in a position where he may try to have to get one with only 10 seconds to work, and ducks to a shot. Larkin in on the single, going to try to finish this with 4 seconds left. Ziggler dives, and we're scrambling. And Larkin going to run out of time. Oh, they did give it to him.
Yeah.
21-6, that's a tech in the second period.
Yeah.
They're going to take a look and see if that takedown happened before time had expired. I
liked it.
I
give the benefit of doubt the guy take the shot.
We'll get another look at that.
Thought he had the takedown. Anticipates the roll through, all right? But watch how he's able to elevate right now. And that's right there. That's points. And see how it was maybe points maybe a second or so before. I think it's 3.
Yeah, that was impressive stuff. Officials are taking another look. Man, that entire match was a highlight.
Yeah, it was. Anticipating the roll through. In that Navy ride there where he's keeping that far leg elevated, all right, and he's able to get his foot out. He has control. I think they're going to make a pretty quick decision here.
Yeah, they're back already.
After review, the call on the mat is upheld. It's 3 takedown ready.
There you go. Upheld call. That was a good call. Kind of well on his way to getting a tech ball anyway with 2 minutes left.
Man, cut him loose with 10 seconds to go. Ended up in a scramble, still got the takedown. That is a heck of a way to get a tech. Nice stuff from Kyler Larkin, and we're going to be watching this guy for a long time. It's going to move us up to 141 pounds. Another big-time recruit for the Sun Devils. Pearson Manville coming to the mat, taking on Carter Bailey. Manville, the redshirt freshman, first year in the starting lineup for the Sun Devils. Carter Bailey, a senior for Lehigh. 2-on-1 for Manville. Really known for his hand fight, his physicality. See if that works for him at the D1 level. Nice little attempt from Bailey, but Manville stepped out of it. Arm spin attempt from Bailey.
Yeah, I like that technique. And, you know, everybody out here in college wrestling now, you have to have a technique that's, you know, you see that quite a bit right now with the slide by, okay? So if you're putting a lot of forward pressure on a guy, the guy can hit a slide by on you, okay? You have to do something when a guy is putting that type of pressure on you, and the underarm spin right there is one of the things that you can kind of hit, kind of a low risk move, but then you're just kind of slapping the guy's handle and slapping him up a little bit. Hey, you can't push me around, or I'm gonna really, you know, arm throw you, or underarm spin, or slide by attempt, or elbow pass. It's just that type of thing you have to have. Foot sweep is also another one. That's great. You just got to have something in your bag of tricks here to be able to stop that.
Yeah,
as you can see, we've had a lot of guys just get kind of ragdolled and thrown around, and the referees seem to be a little bit quicker and quicker to calling that, you know, stalling instead of action. Going off the mat.
Manville, there's that, yeah, similar motion.
Yep, so, you know, Manville's got to think twice about whether he wants to come into that position or not.
Manville taking ground in the hand fight.
Yeah. Good job of circling back out of that by Bailey.
Minute 10 to go. No score yet here in the first period. Lehigh leading this dual meet 6-5.
It's definitely action at the edge of the mat.
That was an athletic motion there from both guys.
Both guys liking this over-under position where both guys have an underhook. It appears to me that Manville's got a slight advantage with this position because,
yeah, he does seem just maybe a little more comfortable in here. Bailey, though, now working with that wrist, and Manville gets to the leg, doubles off. There's 3.
Just dropped his level and reached on the overhook side, got to the leg, and then popped his hips in and caught Manville, actually caught Bailey kind of bouncing, and that's why when he popped your hips in, when the guy bounces up, caught him, high pointed him again, and changed his fall.
Manville going right to work on top with that arm bar. Not a lot of time to use it, and we'll run out of time in the first period. 3-0 lead. Nice to keep a 0 on the board there, not let Bailey up in the last 24 seconds of that period.
And Zeke Jones was pretty adamant about basically deferring at that point, knowing that Bailey would take the bottom position. But I think this is one of those things where he wants to take advantage of Manville's strength and power in the top position, maybe collect that extra point.
It's a smart move to defer there from Coach Jones, because with only 24 seconds of riding time, Bailey's likely to go back underneath. And if Jones knows that Manville can ride, this is where you want to be. And riding time just about to tick over a minute. And there it goes.
Bailey gets caught with the elbow out, wrist in. Manville now has a leg in. Really stretching him out. Now he's got a bar arm. He really likes to work those shoulders.
A lot of times it's freshmen that have a little catching up they need to do in the mat wrestling, but Manville looking very, very tough here on top.
Yeah. Bailey riding that right-hand side. 50 seconds left in the period now, looking for a mat return, but he's going to give up the escape. That's, I think they accomplished what they wanted to do there. He's got a full 37 seconds now to get out in the third period. He chooses to take down He'll collect not only escape, but the riding time point.
You can tell one of the things that's going to make Manville good throughout his career is that he's just very stingy in both the neutral and top position, and we'll see him from bottom soon. Great takedown.
He's just reaching there, and then he switched off from the underhook into a crackdown, head to the outside. Really knocked him down pretty easily there.
It doesn't seem like it should be that simple, but he makes it look pretty easy.
Yeah, just dropped down. Dropped down and went to a crackdown, like here, and then boom. That's just, I'm showing David this. You can't see it at home, but
Manville going to go underneath 6-1, and now 58 seconds to get out. Manville sits, fights hands, gets to his feet.
This would be almost an intentional release. Good job of getting his leg out there, squaring up. Hasn't got the point yet.
Should have it now.
Yep.
Hand was across the midline for a while, but now he's got it and he's out. 7-1, riding time still very much secured. Minute 24 to go, and our scoreboard's back. That's good.
So, one more takedown. I hear this is important, you know, for the team in this situation. See,
man, great
I didn't
level
get it.
change. Yeah, nice level change, but Bailey fought out of that. Didn't stop wrestling.
The activity's there, but you know, they're just not following through. Bailey, Lehigh's a little tighter there. Oh, another great job of getting into that crackdown from that over and under tie. That's unique.
It really is. Now Manville getting that arm across the back. $20 seconds to go. Manville putting a good riding on here to try to finish in the top position. And so far, bonus points in all three of the matches in this first part of the dual meet. And that'll make it final, 10-1 for Pearson Manville. 11-1 with the riding time, 4 more points on the board for Arizona State. It's 9-6 now for the Sun Devils.
Yeah, this work here from this position, over and under tie, looked like working with a big ball right there. But this position right there where he cracks down off of that, those ties, those upper body ties that he got locked into for a good portion of the first match. So, good work.
Great stuff there. We're going to throw to a quick break. When we get back, 149-pound action will be underway. Reinsel. Yeah. All right, we are back for the 149-pounders, and we got another Larkin to get eyes on here. Caleb Larkin coming to the mat. He's going to be taking on Owen Reinsel of Lehigh, and man, liked what we saw from Kyler. Now we get a look at Caleb.
Again, another really tall wrestler for this weight class. I mean, height-wise, you feel like you're looking at a 65-pounder. A tall 65-pounder.
Absolutely.
Just standing straight up, very confident the way they're able to go ahead and keep their balance.
This is a guy who is a sophomore, but first year in the starting lineup, dealt with an injury after his redshirt year. But a guy with a lot of expectations, beat Jesse Mendez in a freestyle match, and Arizona State excited to see what he can do. He already beat the #2 ranked wrestler in the country earlier today. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Beautiful pick, and it's amazing how he's able to get that far down to the ankle standing that high.
It really is. Caleb Larkin majored Lackman McNeil of Michigan in the round of 16.
Just let him in. He had an opportunity to go ahead and get that left leg back, but he just kept it in there because he likes that position.
Just looks methodical in here, advancing through this defense.
Yeah, he's basically waiting for Reinsel to make a big move. Now he's fighting hands back there, trying to loosen that grip up. Gets a little bit better angle. The referee calls a stalemate.
So it's 3-1. And Caleb Larkin with a little bit of an upright stance. He does not mind if guys are in on his legs.
No. Coming in here with double underhooks now. You see how he's reaching and stepping here, trying to create an angle, but Reinsel's giving him that corner right there. So see how he's got the corner right there, coming at 45-degree angle, gets weight on that ankle, and then you move it, he picks it. It almost looks like, you know, he's bringing the leg is jumping up, the foot is jumping up, and he's picking it about a foot taller than the mat level. Kind of an illusion, but it's just all what he's been able to do as far as making guys step, all right, try to get that foot's up in the air when he gets after it. Now he's in on a low shot. Cradle potential here. Let's see how he finished this off. He didn't feel like he could get that. And Reinsel's going, what are you doing? I think I should come up, but I'm afraid to get my knee too close to my chin.
Larkin looks like he's setting a trap the way that he just sort of pauses and waits. And
yeah, he's looking for the stalemate now, but I agree with you. I think Reinsel would agree with you too, that didn't feel like tough to do, and of course at the end of the period.
Now Larkin set on bottom for the second. All right, so it was Reinsel's choice.
He deferred.
And now Larkin's going back underneath, so same outcome, but
different way of getting there.
Following the rules, I guess. Larkin to his feet, fighting hands.
Again, 2 takedowns. Shake the down position. Leg comes in. Doesn't seem to phase Larkin at all. He stays on his feet. He comes back through. Nice job of Reinsel staying with him there. Got dumped on his head, but he ends up rolling back up into a good position to stay on top. Double right here, the overhook. And I'm a really big believer. If you've got something upper body right now, go ahead and.
So they're going to call stalling, and there's the escape. Stop riding time for that 5-second lacquer return.
know, good job of just, square, reminds me a little bit of Evan Wick, just that same look that he was able to provide for when Wick was at 65. He had that huge length advantage.
Yeah,
Wisconsin and Cal Poly.
Just creates so many threats from every position that points seem to come a little bit easier sometimes. Big mat return for Larkin with the 10-2 lead and trying to catch Reinsel. Cuts him loose now.
Really working the inside trip there off the right hand underhook. Now tilt action there. Reinsel fought that off okay.
I'm impressed with a lot of the things Larkin's done that haven't even resulted in points, that have put the guy in danger, at least makes him feel like he's in danger, like that roll through or like that from bottom, working for that reversal that could have been to his back. He didn't get either one of those, but he's constantly threatening.
Since you don't get that feel very much in a practice room, you don't have 49-pounders that are 6'1". And I don't know if he's that tall or not, but it feels like it. He wrestles like he is. He just he creates a lot of indecision in competition. How do you replicate that type of body style and the things that he does? So it's just a very difficult guy to prepare for. And when he gets on and starts wrestling some really big matches, for tournament championships and all that, I mean, that's what he's going to have to remember, that I'm the one that's making the other guy uncomfortable, and just not be in a hurry to do it. And that's what I sense with him, is that he's at his best when he's wrestling at this type of pace and just dealing out cards like that that are losers for Reinsel, losers for his opponent.
He does wrestle really high pace without being
he's not
spastic the way that people think a high pace is. It's just he's always in wrestling positions.
Yeah. As a result, the other guy it's not just the tiring from wrestling him, and that's all part of it. But it's just like, what do I do next? I mean,
Larkin looks at the clock, probably trying to figure out the best way to attack from here, and choosing to work from top, but now going to cut him loose and look for another takedown. Takedown and a ride out would give him the tech.
Right here, this position right now. Okay. Reinsel, do I go off the mat and lose position? He decided to go ahead and roll through and gives the points up, but
it's now 18-4. Riding time point would make it 15. Larkin looking for a suck back. Oh, he's gonna get it, almost, not quite. Ran out of time, but we'll get another point for riding time, and we'll end this one with a technical fall. That's gonna be 5 more points on the board for Arizona State. 4 matches in, we've seen bonus points every match of the way, Jim.
Kind of a fun wrestler to watch. I'm gonna really enjoy watching him throughout his career.
Here's a look at some of the action from that one.
Late in the third period, he's able to get that suck back.
Man, those picks are so nice.
Yeah.
There's that reversal attempt he didn't get, but still fun, and just a little standing switch. Don't get those as often as we used to. We're in at 157 pounds. Chance McLane for Arizona State taking on Logan Rozinski, the man who just knocked off NCAA champion Antrell Taylor about 2 hours ago.
And already Rozinski's into a different position than he was before. So You know, he was the one that had that right hand underhook that he was able to go ahead and stop Antrell Taylor, right? And this position here, looks like McLane has beat him to that position. Okay, he has the left-handed underhook. That's so wrestling a wrestler that has a totally different feel than the national champion.
This match is between Rozinski, who's ranked 23rd, and McLane ranked 24th. And coming into this, you would have thought this would be a toss-up, but I don't know. Now Rozinski's got that big victory.
Yeah. You'd have to heavily favor him, wouldn't you?
You do. You have to. I would imagine they haven't probably done quite as much game planning for McLane as they did for Antrell Taylor.
Well, when we watched that match, he was just doing a great job of battling Taylor. In this match, he's getting his head stuffed instead of, again, like instead of having that right-handed underhook, which seemed to be the difference in the match for him. He's really given up. He's given up the underhook on that side. So you're looking at his right side right there. He's given up the underhook. McLane's doing a good job of stuffing that thing, and as a result, you know, Rozinski is the one backing up.
Fake for
right
Rozinski.
There. See it again. He got locked in there again. So, what do you do when that happens? We're going to see if he's got anything back for. Look for him maybe to do some sort of duck under to that side. But you clearly see that's giving him trouble. And one more time, and he's the guy that goes off the mat. A little premature on that thought, but you see what I'm saying is that it's just a different look.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And
he just got warned for stalling. So
I agree with that call, too.
Yeah. All right, now he got whipped over, right?
Into this
so
wizard.
Close to getting that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so close.
That's the center of the mat. He's probably finishing that. Zach Ray telling Rozinski he's got to lock in. Shot McLane. McLane kind of.
He's driving in. He's doing everything he can to throw that hip into that chest area there to go ahead and free that left foot out. And he didn't do it. Got a little ahead of himself there. You always kind of worry when you get to the next level of scrambling. Did you leave some meat on the bone for the opponent to be able to hang in there and come pop back up and do something with it? And that's where Rozinski is right now, clinging onto that leg. But does it have enough to be able to get that foot off the ground? No.
Putting that arm bar in.
Yeah, it's just trying to free that ankle up. And that's a good outcome for both guys.
Yeah, that foot starts going away from the knee. They don't like that. And
yeah, I think you had to get your foot free before you make that big turn. You know, have an advantage. Again, one more time, McLane digging that underhook. Period's going to end, but you can see where that's really where the match is turned.
Man, the win you got 2 hours ago doesn't help you here.
No. Means nothing.
Yeah, it's a wild thing about this sport. McLane up. Rozinski following, and they're out of bounds.
And if you're McLane, you just a really high effort right now. Maybe you've caught him a little bit where his head and heart is still in the last match, you know, but just a little bit of pace to get out. Just work as hard as you can. Nice job. Try to step over. Hand fighting. You notice how he went for the arm that was deep around the waist as opposed to the free hand that he could have grabbed right there, 2-on-1. Catching Rozinski a little bit high. Can he dip his head out? He does. So 25 seconds of riding time. That's all he was able to get there. Good work by McLane, and now he's back on the attack.
Rozinski almost had to drop in on that shot. He was worried about giving up a second stall call.
Yeah, this is his opportunity. This is his opportunity. Can he go ahead and shelf it? Can he shelf it? Barely. All right. Now he's hand fighting there. All right. Coming all the way back to the center. Showing some poise. Goes after the far ankle, but a good job by McLane with the splits right there. All right. Going to shelf it one more time, get some elevation, make the big step, and now McLane gets a tighter whizzer, and that's just great work. Both guys battling there. That was a key point in this match here because it looked like Rozinski was going to, with all the things that he had trouble with early in the match, he had his opportunity to score.
Both guys have been deep on attacks, but neither guy able to score, and this has been a fun one. Rozinski continuing to, well, kind of coming forward for the first time in the match, starting to take a little bit of ground. It's been McLane controlling the pace of things for the most part. Now McLane in deep.
Yeah, he's in deep, but once again, he's left. Oh, see how he sat out right there? He's got the ankles, his own ankles split out right there. Great little hip separation, but he gave that ankle up. Now he's going to go ahead and try to go forward there. Half Nelson.
That's that half.
Now he had that half locked up there, but he allowed Rozinski to get that leg back. He had an opportunity to clear it one time, and then we're going to run out of time. Do you see that?
Man,
yeah.
He let go of that half. He was starting to get the pressure he wanted.
And then he could have cleared the leg back, but, you know, he left that leg behind. So here we are, an exciting 1-0 match.
Third period, Rozinski underneath. Something's got to give on one of these attacks.
And if I'm McLane, I'm not too committed to the ride here.
Rozinski pressures back. He's to his feet now, putting the hand back on the mat.
Yeah.
Off the mat, they'll get reset.
Okay, so you can tell he's made a little bit of a commitment to the top position. And Rozinski hasn't got much back pressure on him, so they've been relatively safe mat returns where you're not going to risk giving a reversal up. Right there.
McLane keeping that pressure forward. Now brings him back down.
Yeah, now he's got that, had the wrist locked up for a little bit. Gathered about 15 seconds of riding time advantage. Drop in on the leg. So Lehigh has thrown a challenge brick, so I'm wondering if they saw locked hands. Yep. The whole Lehigh coaching staff basically feels that the hands were locked.
To get another look at this. See if we can see what they're going to be looking for.
Okay. That's safe, right? Okay. Yeah.
With the hand down on the mat.
Hand down on the mat, and the hand stayed locked. So.
Yep, it's a good challenge.
Well, they call this one penalty point.
Yeah, if they call the penalty point, then
it's 1-1.
It's 1-1, and you wonder, I mean, does that really?
And you lose all that riding time too.
Yeah. And then if you're McLane, you got to decide: do you want to spend a minute 7 working for a takedown, or do you want to try to ride out, get the riding time, and win? And in case you guys at home didn't know, there is an independent review, so the officials making the call on the mat are not the ones who are reviewing it.
Although they went back over and looked at it again, so they were kind of debating amongst themselves how are we going to treat this? I'm going to assume that that's locked hands, so it could be a 1-1 score at that point. And then, yeah, the decision that McLane's got to make is that am I going to go ahead and try to continue to ride him for the 33 seconds and get the point? I think you probably do at this stage. At least you start out that way. And of course, if he gets an escape, you got to go with everything you have to try to get a takedown. And we've seen where he's been close on takedowns, but just left his ankle behind or anything, but he got a little bit better at the finish the last time, so this could be a good 1:07 of wrestling.
Absolutely. It's a good challenge. They are going to overturn it. They're going to give the point to McLane, or excuse me, to Rozinski for McLane's locked hands. It's going to make it 1-1, and riding time's going to adjust back a little bit.
Yeah, I'd guess it'd be, you got to take it back.
They're going to lose 10 seconds.
10 seconds. So they added time to 1:17, and now 17 seconds of riding time. So,
okay,
looks good. Looks good, looks fair. Let's go.
See what McLane decides to do here.
And that's given Rozinski an opportunity to get a little blow here, so he's going to come out hard. Nice job of switching over, right? Good tight claw ride. Limped out. He's got a potential switch situation, and it gives up the escape. So 1:07 left. Rozinski back in on a shot. Is he shooting to score?
He's in a good position, too. He's got the leg elevated on the edge.
Good job there, shelving. He limps it out. McLane coming back into a hurdler's stretch, basically. Now he ankle picks right there. Got an opportunity to go ahead and clear his foot. Can he get his foot away in time to be able to go ahead and score?
Rozinski still clamped onto that foot.
So plenty of time. Now Rozinski gaining a little bit of elevation. He's got his feet clear. All right. Now McLane coming back into him. He's got that leg elevated, but he's got to find a way to free his foot. The referee's going to call a stalemate. 15 seconds left.
See what McLane's quick finish attack will be.
Caution on the start. Nope.
And Arizona State coach is saying that the clock kept running after that stalemate earlier, so.
No, I don't think it did. So it'll be 15 seconds anyway.
McLane coming forward, double underhooks. Rozinski drops to a leg. McLane looking for a little drag. Go behind. He's close. 5 seconds left, and Rozinski squares up. Nice adjustment. McLane.
Well, he had been warned for stalling earlier, if you recall, David. And
yes.
that was
awfully close.
Yeah. Wow. Razor thin margin.
Logan Rozinski gets it done. Adds 3 to the team score for the Mountain Hawks. It's going to be 14-9 Arizona State after 157-pounders. The future of wrestling is here. Scan the QR code on the screen to learn more about the all-new FloWrestling. Watch the live stream while browsing brackets on our new mobile app. Get unlimited free notifications. Check out our new athlete profiles and so much more. Halfway through this dual meet, Arizona State leads 14-9. That was the first match of the duel without a bonus point. This is a good one here at 165. Nico Ruiz of Arizona State taking on Max Brignola of Lehigh. Brignola ranked 8th in the country. He was upset in the opening match he had against LJ Arujau.
And that was a legitimate, you know, great job by Arujau in that match. Get the win. And I have to think with Brignola, he's a powerful guy. Nico Ruiz holding position there, middle of the mat.
Ruiz ranked 12th in the country. These two actually met last year at the Journeyman Collegiate Classic, and Brignola won it in sudden victory.
Wow.
Ruiz, NCAA qualifier, and Brignola, a couple-time NCAA qualifier. Shot Ruiz, didn't get deep on it. Brignola recovers up into an underhook.
Good job by Ruiz hitting that wizard position there and cleaning his ankles out, because it looked like Brignola was hunting those ankles on that throw by.
Yeah, look for the kind of that pick earlier.
Ruiz is doing a pretty good job of staying in the center of the mat, though. You notice that, I mean, looks like Brignola's power is not really affecting him. He's staying out there, keeping in good position.
Yeah, he is. He's hanging tough in the hand fight, taking a little bit of ground. Nico Ruiz came up in that St. John Bosco program out of California, trained with Ruben Valencia.
Pretty tough to break him out of that staggered stance, too.
Brignola's choice, he's going to go bottom. Brignola drops down on that foot off the stand-up, and
Ruiz, though, since he's using his right hand for a little bit of elevation to hold on to that leg.
All of a sudden, Ruiz with 25 seconds of riding time.
Riding on the right-hand side. A lot of times you feel that. It's kind of funny because, you know, I look at the starting position that Ruiz, he's not even looking at the official. Just comfortable with where he is. Oh, this is a potential bad position here. Good job by the referee, Bricker.
That's a little bit of a dangerous decision for the bottom wrestler, because, I mean, anytime you go across your back, that's opening yourself up for near fall.
Comes to his feet. Good lock on the side right there by Ruiz. 45 seconds of riding time. Nice little front trip right there. See how he's And that's a great way to get rid of that quad pod stand-up, is just scoop that front leg right there. Right? He's going to go ahead and take him off the mat, get a new start.
Riding time up to 55. Ruiz, little by little, putting that riding time point together.
Riding on the right-hand side. Again, head down to just basically waiting for his opponent to move, and that's when he's coming high on the weight on the hands. Watch it sagging on that near leg right there. He was able to go ahead and put it in this time. He's going to push that elbow away. Right now he's going to work, he's underhooking, but he's a lot of times guys will push that elbow away. Now it gets the reversal here. That was good work by Brignola, basically switching into that after he got a little back pressure on him. So
yeah, all those attempts from bottom to work for the reversal eventually paid off for Brignola, and now 35 seconds for him to work from the top position.
Boy, this is an important ride out.
Ruiz up right away.
Just important for the dual meet in general right now. Get Lehigh back into this.
Mountain Hawks trailing by 5 points.
Yeah. Drops back in on the leg and gets his, he's going to be willing to go ahead and take the, give up the riding time point, but give up the stalling warning, give a new start, 10 seconds left. Under the circumstances, a stall warning is better than giving up an escape.
Absolutely. Now Brignola with 10 seconds left in the period to complete this mission. Ruiz, though, up right away.
Hand fighting, pretty tough right there. Nice job of getting his hips out and gets the escape.
Wow. Really nice, persistent work from the bottom position for Nico Ruiz, and he knows he can go right back down there, try to tie this thing up.
Yeah, got plenty of time to do that. That whole sequence there, you know, you give up a stall warning with 10 seconds left. It gives the guy the new start.
Brignola lets him go. No real evidence that he was going to be able to ride him. So might as well give himself as much time as possible to work from his feet.
Oh, shot right there. Ooh, it looked like Brignola was almost all the way around him, and then I don't even know if Ruiz tried to square up in that position. He just kind of fell off of him.
Ruiz started that action with a pretty nice attack.
Right? Another nice attack, a reaching attack. Now Brignola dropping in on the ankle right there. Can he go ahead and drop his shoulder down? Maybe get it into the hamstring area instead of on the outside of the thigh.
Ruiz with a pretty nice little shin whizzer locked up. Brignola not going to be able to convert. Stalemate, 58 seconds to go. It took sudden victory a year ago between these two. Will they get it done in regulation this time?
We've seen Ruiz attack the right leg. Now comes misdirection right there. See how he went to the right, to his right, and then came back and hit the left side. Strong side right there. Now he's got him in a neutral danger position, but now he fought right back out of it. Brignola showing a heck of a lot of strength right there. Now he's close to getting a Merkel position. I don't know if that's really the case. He got waved off right there.
No takedown. Brignola still back hooking that leg, and Ruiz getting underneath both arms.
You got to try to get the head and arm locked up and then thread the leg if you can.
Brignola putting all his weight on that leg, now elevating.
He's going to turn back into him. He's got a chance to score. How did Ruiz step out of that?
Wow.
So they called 3.
When they initially signaled 3, Lehigh threw in a challenge brick.
Well, then he waved it off.
And then he waved it off.
He waved it off.
It was at 33 seconds. It was at 33. It's not going to matter anyway.
Yeah. They waved off the takedown. Now they're, the clock says 101 a riding time, but it's closer to 34.
Yeah. So that won't be a factor, which is going to send this to sudden victory.
Right. Boy, I really like that shot that Ruiz threw out there. Faked one direction, came back to the low. Now Zeke Jones has just thrown it.
We'll get another look at this. They're saying that they're saying that Ruiz had that Merkel set up. So
But he really did, and he had it. It looked like Brignola had it shelved.
Yeah, so I think we're going to get another look at this on the screen for you.
And I think you have to have the leg laced in that position.
Yeah, he had the leg just kind of under the body. He hadn't laced that leg.
Yeah, it was all the way over on the other side of his hip. It wasn't between his legs.
Yep.
Let's see, we can talk about this for a second. See how the foot is all the way across? Okay, so that's not, he gave him a takedown and waved it off. Once he got over there and saw it from that angle, he said, well, that's not a Merkel position. See how the foot is across the hip? And it needs to be in between the legs, splitting the legs with the shoelace on top of the ankle.
Yeah.
I think.
I think so too. I think the thing that makes it that probably the Arizona State coaches are wanting to see is that there was a brief period where, as Brignola was elevating the foot, it came off the hip, and then it's sort of hovering in between, but he hasn't hooked it.
Yeah, he hasn't hooked it. And I don't even think he really had the head and arm at that point.
Yeah.
That Merkel position, the head and arm, weight on the hands, of course, and then the leg laced. And I don't really know if this benefits either one of those guys. There's a lot of, it seems like the Arizona State guys are doing a lot of talking to Ruiz, or the Lehigh guys are a little bit less demonstrative. Vincenzo Joseph gonna come up. He's getting into him. Zach Ray's talking about motivation.
All right, after review, the call on the mat is upheld. No takedown. We're neutral.
Yeah, I think that's a good call.
All right, so sudden victory. Any takedown wins. Both guys have been close.
Yeah.
Both guys have been close. Nobody's been able to get that takedown so far. 2-minute sudden victory period. We're about 10 seconds into that.
There's a little misdirection there by Ruiz that worked before. It's a tough thing to get going right after a break and a rest. Got to get out of your flow. Oh, nice job of darting back in there by Ruiz. He's staying with it.
Brignola, great job, gets the hit back, but now Ruiz right back to it, this time head inside.
Yep, he's got his head inside there. Brignola coming over the top. Can Ruiz get his foot back? He did. All right.
Ruiz working to get under that arm, wants to break the lock.
Split the legs. He split the legs right there. Can he get his own foot back? He's coming up between the legs. Now he's going to try to hand fight there and free the ankle. 54 seconds left. Plenty of time to work. Comes back through. He's getting a takedown. Brignola comes right back around, and he's going to score.
Wow.
Ruiz got a little bit too high.
And Ruiz was close to it, but ultimately Brignola persisted, wrestled through, and got the win. Just like last year, Brignola in sudden victory. This time 5-2, and now it's 12-14. Lehigh pulls within 2, and here's a look at that sudden victory takedown.
Tries to take him over and just pushes into him just a little bit too much. And at this stage, then he explodes his hips back into him. It's almost like a reversal, like a reversal for a takedown.
That was nice. Man, a lot of power off his back and got those legs split.
Lehigh needed that for this team score.
Absolutely. Action underway. 174, and got a shot off the whistle. Still confirming athletes here. Dubler from Lehigh, and I'm getting the pronunciation guide for our Arizona State wrestler because his name is Leo Tukulnovich.
Tukulnovich.
From the information I have, he's from Minnesota, but I think there might be a little more to the story there. Both these guys juniors, Tukulnovich and Dubler.
Yeah, slide by attempt there by Tukulnovich. Dubler ends up having the leg. He's getting stiff-armed away. You can't keep pushing into him and lose all your real estate to be able to finish right here. Dubler trying to settle back, getting elbow deep with both arms in this situation. And you can't settle for just going to try to finish on the edge of the mat. You got to take him all the way back. I mean, a few steps more is huge as far as being able to finish, because you lost all your ability to drive him, you know, to kind of finish and roll him up with the drive. If he comes back 4 or 5 feet more, maybe that drive can be put in the arsenal here as far as the finish. There, nice shot there. Body lock. Whoa!
That was a big lift and return for the finish. Wow.
There you go, big guy.
Man, that was nice.
He walks back to the center, man. He's the man.
I want to see that one again. Wow.
He had a little strut going there. That was great.
Yeah, he earned it. Earned the strut that time.
Yeah.
Lehigh could really use a win here, trailing by 2 points in this duel. Tukulnovich, by the way, came to Arizona State from the junior college route, wrestled at Rochester Technical and Community College in Minnesota, was a 2-time junior college All-American. Potentially dangerous. They didn't like what was going on with the shoulder there. Dubler continuing to press her forward, and now Tukulnovich looks for a reversal, tried to hook that elbow.
Nice job. Yeah, nice job of reacting to that. A lot of guys get pulled off to the side there. Notice I kept his hips high right there. Now he's into that leg lace position that we were talking about in the takedown. Match back, but that ends the period. 3-0 score.
Now Dubler on bottom in the second. Tukulnovich goes to work on top.
Dubler kind of coming up in that quad pod. Gave up wrist control right there, came over the top. Now scramble one more time. Here, squares up, gets the escape. Makes it 4-0.
Riding time now at 33 seconds. Minute 25 to go.
whip over attempt there by Tukulnovich, and he ends up almost getting that. I think that Dubler had any more drive in that thing, it probably would have not worked out very well for him, but really the action is on the Arizona State wrestler right now, down 4-0. Got to create something here. Got 45 seconds left to work in this second period.
There have been a couple exchanges in this match that give you the sense that Tukulnovich pretty dangerous in a few positions.
I mean, you just sense he's just not hunting it right now. You don't know, not closing the gap, not creating enough action right now to get a scoring opportunity.
Since that powerful attack at Dubler, been a little slow to see attacks. Now headed to the third. Tukulnovich is going to go neutral.
Arizona State corner going urgency. You know, where's your sense of urgency? There's his shot. Comes back up, gets to his feet. Now he's giving up that ankle control. Who's going to be able to keep their own ankles, free their own ankles? Right now, let's see, Tukulnovich is elbow deep on that leg. Dubler ready to go ahead and make the big turn if he puts any more pressure on him, but I think it's just going to end up being a stalemate position. Nobody really has an advantage here or a way to clear their ankle.
Stalemate.
Okay, that was a good shot. You know, you sit there, okay, you got in. Go do it again.
When he got in that single leg, he reached for a Metzger finish momentarily.
Yeah, I think you see a lot of that. Maybe it's just this time of year, but oh, nice shot, head to the outside first time. Dubler had that measured though. But what you're seeing a lot of, at least I think I've seen it a lot, seems like in the guys will get into a single leg position and they lose control of they step into the trap, all right? They're not anticipating the roll through or the dive through or whatever, and they're not getting their feet back. It's almost like you'd almost, in that situation, sometimes you'd be better off just to let go of the leg and just sprawl, all right? And end up trying to look for a go behind. If you're wrestling somebody really dangerous like that, because they use your strength on that leg to move you. Classic example was the guys in McAnally match, all right, last year at the NCAA semifinals. Well, what made that really work was that Parker ended up, making him move, and McAnally's tight grip on the leg actually forced the step, and then he anticipated the step and made the roll through, and that's happening a lot out here I see so far, and that the guy that's taking the shot is really he's finding himself not in an advantage position. Fair enough?
Makes a lot of sense to me, and Zeke Dubler gets his hand raised here, and he's going to put Lehigh into the lead in this dual meet for the first time since 125 pounds. We're going to get another look at some action from that match. I have a feeling I know, Jim, what position we're going to see.
Right there. Beautiful body lock and drive.
Oh, and the official step in front of it, man.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Well,
what I liked was
that was great.
I would just prefer to just see the strut back to the center after he did that. He had his chest out, and elbows out, looking good.
He was fired up. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back for the conclusion of this one-point dual meet between Lehigh and Arizona State. All right, we are back. 184-pounders coming to the mat. And we've got Rylan Rogers from Lehigh taking on Aziz Fazulayev of Arizona State. Lehigh taking the lead in the team score for the first time since 125 after that match at 174. It's a 1-point duel, 15-14. Rylan Rogers currently ranked number 29 in the country. Fazulayev not. Fazulayev looking for this ankle pick, and we're in a wizard's position. Rogers. Now they clear that tie. Fazulayev working the wrists. Stepped in for a trip.
Yeah.
Nice little drag there from Rogers to get to the single.
He's able to go ahead, and he's lost his hand control right there. See that counter there? He's coming inside and using that leverage on the wrist there. Fazulayev showing some good balance and defense right there. Now he squares up a little bit. Now Rogers in a little bit of trouble. Now Fazulayev is taking that left leg, came around.
Fazulayev from Uzbekistan. So gonna have a little bit of an unconventional style compared to what you normally see in NCAA wrestling. I don't know, the Arizona State coaches have been excited to see what kind of a folk styler he can develop into.
They did a great job of countering that single leg, and you can get to his leg, but you're going to find that he's well balanced when you get in there. Knee over his toe, hard to pick up his leg.
Fazulayev, also a junior college wrestler, couple-time NJCAA champion for Northwest College in Wyoming, now making his way to Arizona State.
Nice little high crotch reach there. Doing a good job of controlling the center of the mat.
Time's going to expire in this first period. And we'll head to the mat where Rylan Rogers will take bottom.
Doesn't seem like you're going to get a bonus point opportunity here unless somebody probably takes somebody, the other guy from the feet to the back. So escape there by Rogers. Another thing too that's happening, these guys seem to be willing to get into that interlocking fingers grip right there. Fazulayev there with a shot. Rogers had a little drag there for a little bit. Now Fazulayev's coming into a body lock position with his head buried. Can't quite pop his head out there. Rogers clinging on to him there. Now Fazulayev looked like he had an opportunity to dig an underhook and take some territory that came out of it.
You can hear somebody in the stands,
yeah.
maybe a relative.
I'm translating that.
Yeah, he's
shoot.
He's giving him some instructions, and I'm probably Russian, I would imagine. Snap from Rogers. Nice little misdirection for Rogers. He ends up on a single.
But yeah, he's chest wrap positioned here for Fazulayev. I think that's probably a little quick. It's called potentially dangerous right there. He's telling me he had his lock around. I guess I've never seen that. Yeah, Zeke's never seen that either.
Man, you can tell Fazilov, he can threaten in some of these positions. The question may be whether he can get off the bottom, but he can still get a takedown. He gets a shot. Rogers catches it. Rogers almost to the ankle.
Well, Rogers has a path to victory right here. This has always been the position that our foreign athletes struggle with in the bottom position right here, because they haven't had to do that in their path to get to this level. But of course, 2 years of junior college experience, becoming a champion there, that's impressive enough to know that you've done some quality time. And I love that whizzer right there in that position before he came up. And notice how he did it when he was in a tripod position, so your opponent can't lock the hands there. So that was well done.
Rogers held on with his arm across the back for a while, and then fans started shouting stalling, and he let go of it to avoid giving up the stall call. So now tied at 1. Fazilov, good job not making bottom a liability for himself.
Yeah, Fazilov, see how he gets down in that low crouch? He makes that step and really drops the bottom out of his stance. Makes a reach. He doesn't really shoot. He just lowers his level and steps. He doesn't go to like a lead knee like you'd see, heel toe knee. Right there. Wow. Comes back to a crack pack position, and
yeah, this is impressive motion. He just hadn't been able to get locked.
Yeah, there's good attempts here by Fazilov, and he just ends up low ankle again. Wow. Rogers gave up that position there. Now he's got it scooped. He's got to try to get his right arm across. Notice how he's elevating by getting up on that right toe. Rogers makes one big effort to come back and around in the scramble. He may be successful. Get up on his hand right there.
Rogers still back hooking the leg. Got himself out of trouble for the time being.
Got an opportunity. Now he's on the offense. 13 seconds left. See that Rogers is settled right now. Is he going to be able to drive across? He's got an opportunity to score if he can drive.
5 seconds. It's going to end like that, and we're going to head to sudden victory.
I didn't know if Rogers had that scrambling in him in that situation. That was good work.
Yeah, he had to get tough there, and it looked like maybe he wouldn't. Yeah. Shot Rogers head into the knee.
Got to grab the far ankle. Could he get the far ankle? He's got the bear hug there. He's going to collect his points. Wow. What a great job of hanging on there. Dead to rights late in the third period, and comes up with the answering takedown in overtime.
And that's absolutely huge for this dual meet, because Arizona State going to be favored at 197. So giving up that match would have been tough for Lehigh, but instead they extend their lead. It's 18-14 with 2 matches to go. FloSports is streaming live and on demand now on Samsung and Vizio Plus. You can also watch on Roku, Apple TV, Google TV, and Fire TV. Download the app and get front row access to the sports you love. Action underway at 197 pounds. Remy Broncado from Lehigh. He's taking on Max Achardy from Arizona State. Achardy getting the nod for Penn State, and there's a shot. Broncado trying to finish, trying to cut across, and they're scrambling on the edge. Nice job by Achardy to avoid giving up the takedown.
They did a nice job there. It looked like he was going to get flopped over there, but he knew exactly where he was. Made a little separation and pushed him off.
Achardy and Broncado both unranked. Achardy was a California Baptist transfer a couple years ago. Really important match for this dual meet, with Lehigh leading 18-14.
Yeah, Broncado can get the win here, basically clinches the meet, provided there's any unsportsmanlike conduct or team points deducted. So
Broncado locking up a cradle, trying to run this over. Still no takedown yet, but he's got to be getting close. There's the takedown.
he's circling back in right now.
Broncado still with this cradle, not giving up on it.
Got a little gravity work for you there. He gets the 2 count right there. Notice how he's keeping that left toe in.
He could seal this dual meet right here.
Wow,
Broncado with the fall. He wins it for Lehigh.
How about Lehigh here? All those guys that did make the, well, they may probably, some made the trip here, but coming in here big time short-handed and getting a win there.
It matters, and you know, winning in these consolation rounds puts you one step closer to placing in the top 8, getting a little extra cash to take home for the team. It's a big time pin. We got the Paycon pin graphic up here. Another look at this cradle. And balancing not just the cradle, but keeping that foot in bounds, as you pointed out, Jim. That was impressive.
Yeah, almost got it, and then all of a sudden it's pretty obvious.
David Zuba for Arizona State taking on Calvin Lackman for Lehigh here at heavyweight. Duel already secured, Lehigh up 24-14. And they needed Broncado there. Zuba going to be favored here at heavyweight. Zuba currently ranked number 33 in the country. Lackman filling in for the injured Nathan Taylor, who should be back soon for the Mountain Hawks. And Zuba getting the same haircut as his coach. Eric Thompson.
How long does that take?
It's got to be pretty quick. But the problem is, you got to do it about every day, so that adds up.
Zuba really going up top hard here. Nice job with that little upper body rotation. Work for a sweep, changed his level, hit the finish below the knees. Coach Thompson likes that.
That was beautiful.
You can wear my do any day if you keep that up.
Eric Thompson, he could really move himself when he was competing in heavyweight. Zuba putting pressure forward. So far, a couple tough assignments for Lackman. Started out his day against AJ Ferrari, and now he's got pretty powerful David Zuba to deal with.
Yeah, the thing you like about Zuba, he's not afraid to throw his chest into you, march you to the edge, comfortable in the overhook position. So, you know, fight right now is for head position on that left ear of Lackman.
Yeah, I love how he not only fights upper body, but keeps those feet engaged with the trips.
Yeah, he's got pretty good footwork. He's a full 275, 280, you know, so maybe coming down for a little bit from above the weight.
Looks like, yeah, I could definitely imagine him out here cutting with the 125-pounder tonight.
Yeah.
Zuba starting on bottom in the second.
Swing single attempt. Ooh, nice shot to the other side there by Zuba. Go ahead. Lackman trying to come back around, lift that leg out. All right, he's locked in the crotch there, but nice reactions there by Zuba. He'll put the leg in and score.
Zuba goes up now 7-1. And he's showed he's got more than one way to score. Impressed with his attacking ability.
Well, that match at, what was it, Rogers match, you know, really, that may have been the meat. You know, you see here Zuba was in range of getting a major.
Yeah.
You know, they would probably be going for that. You know, they had a 4-point lead at the time, so.
Yeah, that's massive. Zuba wrestling the last match for the Sun Devils at this event and trying to end their day on a good one.
You know, what'd be interesting is that to have an outstanding wrestler of each duel. Right?
Yeah.
So, who was the outstanding wrestler of the duel? And, you know, I'm not going to speak for Paycom, but that'd be another good reason to write a check.
It really would. It really would. And I know Paycom is interested in getting other companies on board to support the event, and hey, that'd be a great way to support this event, you know, sponsor the wrestler of the duel.
Yeah,
who's your wrestler of the duel for this one, Jim?
I'd say that big fall at 97 had to be.
I agree.
Yeah.
Broncado, that was awesome stuff. Zuba follows as they go out of bounds. And minute 49 to go. Lehigh going to advance in the consolation bracket. They'll wrestle again at 7 p.m. tonight against the loser of the Iowa-Illinois duel. So Lehigh going to catch a team coming right off a loss and try to keep working their way up the money ranks.
You know, and that could be, you know, we saw where the Illinois team just one returning All-American. That's their national champion, and they're a young squad. So this Lehigh squad's seems to got some savvy, and that would be a pretty good dual meet.
Absolutely.
Assuming that Illinois doesn't win, which is a safe assumption.
Yeah,
you know,
Iowa looked really good in their opening match. Riding time over a minute for Zuba, so his 7-3 lead is really an 8-3 lead. Nice little shot there. Shot, Lackman, and Zuba gets an angle, gets around behind. Nice re-attack. 10-3, and a ride out here would be a major decision. Looks like he wants one more takedown, though. Nice shot there from Zuba. Can he keep this action in bounds? And he's going to do it.
Yep. This guy moves pretty well.
Really does. 13-4 now. Zuba transfer from Ryder. He was a MAC champion in 2024, national qualifier. Now taking his talents to Tempe. Lackman's out. 13-5. Lackman defends that time. Zuba threatening again as time runs out. 14-5 with the riding time point. Puts 4 on the board for Arizona State. Really fun dual meet. Not going to be enough for the Sun Devils as Lehigh takes this one 24-18.
Well, that's a great showing by that short-handed Lehigh lineup. So, I know, David, you feel the same way, but it was fun to watch the brothers wrestle for Arizona State, but that was an impressive performance here, particularly picking yourself up after you got beaten. I think a lot of people didn't think they had much of a chance to get any wins, given the lineup that they threw out there.
Yeah, really impressive performance for them. And taking a look at the results, we started things with 4 straight bonus point matches. What a fun way to start a duel.
Those Larkin brothers are going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, a couple of tech falls there. And results here. And really, the story of this second half of the matchups was Remy Broncado getting the fall out of bounds, keeping the foot in, dragging the toe with the cradle. He had that cradle locked for a long time before he even got the takedown, and then ultimately converted into 16 points, and a lot to be proud of for him. Really fun dual meet, and we've got quarterfinal action coming up in just a little bit. We're about 20 minutes away from that. Don't forget, we've got bonus coverage with Shane Sparks if you want to watch a multi-mat experience and see all the biggest things that are happening as they do. Don't forget to tune into that. For Jim Gibbons, I'm David Bray. We will catch you in the quarterfinals in about 20 minutes.